Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Camille, and today I'm going to be doing the December 2019 reading for the sign of Leo. So, you guys don't currently have anything going on in your sign specifically, but you do have other things going on in other signs and other houses that are affecting you, and I'm going to get a little bit into that a little later. So, give me one second. Let me move this. Before I actually did you guys this reading, I was meditating on you guys' energy, and I saw like somebody that was like at a harbor. There's like boats and stuff, and then somebody that was going fishing, and they were like fishing, and then like they brought in the fishing line or the fishing net and stuff, and then all of a sudden it was like the fish they caught was like a really rare fish. It was like, it just looked like really different, and they were like really surprised. It was like one fish in there. They're like, oh, they didn't think they had anything. They caught the fish and it was like a rare fish, and they're like, man, this is pretty cool. And so maybe that's a message for you guys. Like, you're gonna come into something really rare. I also seen that well, if you how do I say it, if you try to seek something out, then you may come across something very rare. I also see that like an image of someone ice skating. There's like families and stuff in an ice skating rink, and somebody was ice skating. And I also saw a water park where people were just, it was like, again, family and fun and like water. It was like a lot of water. I don't know what this water has to do with something. Maybe you guys' intuition or emotions. I would say more intuition, but something about water is very important this month. And I also saw someone, they were like standing in front of a church. It was a huge church, and they just kind of looked up at it, and then they just kind of looked back down, and then they were going to walk inside of the church. So whatever that means for you guys. I feel like maybe some of you guys may be going back to church if you stopped going to church, or you might start going to church, or you may be doing some like volunteer work or something in a church. I just feel like because you guys have you have Chiron in the 9th house, so that's like the planet of healing wounds that have like deep-seated wounds, and the 9th house rules like literally your spirituality and your spiritual beliefs, and like institutions like churches, schools, just any kind of institutions. It also rules foreign languages, expansion, yeah, like higher knowledge. Like when you go to college, from high school to college, you learn like higher knowledge, like the next level up. But for higher knowledge doesn't just relate to that. It also relates to like literally like spiritual knowledge. However that would relate to you guys, whatever you guys feel like is spiritual knowledge. I feel like a lot of you guys are coming into a lot of spiritual knowledge, or you've been learning that lately, because you guys also got like 3 7s in the reading, and 7 is about spirituality. As well as like reflection and spending some time alone to reflect. It's all about basically like spiritual and like learning, spiritual advancement, spiritual transformation as a person. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get into this reading. So I saw that for some of you guys, there's definitely an opportunity to follow a calling that you have. I feel like you guys have been knowing about this for a while, it's just something that you guys, it's just something that you really want to do in life, and I feel like maybe you've been ignoring it, but now it's time. It's like the universe is going to show you signs, signals, reveal to you basically, like, this is what you need to be doing. There's an opportunity for freedom here. I also feel like some of you guys may what is that thing called? It's almost like when you get like, it's called like absolution or pardon, like you're basically being forgiven for something. For some of you it's like a legal thing, and for others of you it's just something that happened in the past and you're now being forgiven for it. I feel like it's something to do legally, because too, with Chiron in the 9th house, and dealing with like the government and like legalities and stuff like that, maybe you guys are gonna get, I don't know, like pardoned or get out of jail, or you're gonna get off of probation, out of jail, like you're gonna get out of a situation that you felt like was completely like not killing you, but it was taking the life force from you basically. Okay, that's really cool. Yeah, I just see you guys being freed from a situation because of the truth coming to light. Like the truth is going to come to light, or you'll just be forgiven for something. You have an opportunity to do that. Or you have an opportunity to follow your calling. You have a calling and now it's time. Maybe you felt like it's gonna rejuvenate you. It's almost like when you're going through life every day and it's like you just go through the motions all the time, and you felt in your heart that there's something else that was calling you, but now it's like something happens where you know, like, it's time. For some reason I'm getting like The Walking Dead. That's kind of how I feel like life was for you, and is for a lot of people. Like you're just literally, you're alive but you're walking around and you're not really alive, and this is gonna like revive you, like bring back the life force within inside of you, because it's something that you love to do. It's your calling. It's literally your calling. Okay, so I also see that some of you guys you need to watch out what you're available for. So I feel like some of you guys really want to like have some new starts, maybe in a relationship or business or career, or some kind of new start that you really want to have in life. But if you are too tied up with something else, you don't have room for that. You know, you need to like be available for the thing that you want to start new. Because I feel like you'll be very happy that you have taken this new start or gone on this new journey. I feel like for some of you, it's just really a journey in life, but it has something to do with what I was just talking about, like being freed from something. So I feel like some of you guys may need to end some situations, or it may end on its own for you to be available for that. And it's like, maybe it ends and then you're just like, oh my gosh, this thing ended and I feel so sad. And like, you don't look at it that way. You should look at it in the way that like, this ended, so now I'm freed up to do this. Like if you lost a job or something, but you're able to somehow still sustain your income to pay your bills, you're like, okay, well, I lost this job, but now this frees up time for me to be able to spend with my family and my loved ones and people who I care about. Or now I can start really working on this hobby or this skill, or now I can go back to school, or now I can do this. Like, it's not really a loss, it's really a gain, because like you have a calling and the universe is trying to free you up for that calling or for that person, whatever this however it like pertains to you guys. So I also see that some of you guys okay, so some of you guys are being a little lazy right now, and I feel like you don't know what to do, so you're not doing anything, or you're not sure the direction that what's about to happen after this. Like you don't know what's gonna happen, so you're still not doing anything. You're like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't really want to make a decision, and it's like really time for you to reflect. And throughout this whole reading, I saw all types of things about intuition. So I really feel like you guys need to listen to your intuition. You guys naturally have pretty good intuition. Like, you're ruled by a lion who has very good instincts and intuition. So that's just like that inner thing that knows, like, make a left instead of a right, or do this instead of that, or I should go here, or I should do that. It's like you're connected to your soul. So I feel like if you're confused about something, if you don't know what kind of decision to make, if you have a decision to make between two people or two things or multiple things, I feel like it's really just time for you to listen to your intuition. Take some time out. You need to get by some water, straight up. Like, I saw so much water before now. Like, the water is going to help you, to soothe you, and just, I don't know, it just will intuitively help you. Some of you guys you need to get by some water. Even if it's not the season for it, like, go to some place that has water if you're able to, or just get out by some water. It will help you a lot to clear your mind. I also see that some of you guys are definitely, you don't want to, what was I just saying this to? Cancer? I was just saying you basically don't want to be a player no more. And then I just thought of that one song. I don't even know who it's by. I think Fat Joe is in it. It's an old song. He was like, I don't want to be a player no more. I'm not a player, I just crush a lot. Like, I feel like some of you guys are like that, because Leos are like that anyway. It's so funny to me. But you guys are like really like flirtatious, and you rule the 5th house of like dating basically. But I do feel like some of you guys just feel like, you know, I'm not trying to look at all my options and think about all the stuff I have. Like, I really want to try to establish a relationship now, like, or some order in my love life, because like this shit is getting old, or like I'm tired of doing all of this. Like, it's taking a lot of my energy. So, and you guys know your worth, so you're just like, basically, I feel like it's all about intuition again. You guys will know if you're seeking a relationship, you're going to have intuitive flashes. Like, I don't even fucking know, a vision, an idea, like quickly in your head, like, I should go to the bar, or I should go to a water park. Like, I feel like some of you guys might meet the person at like a water park, or fishing, or a harbor, or something like that. Like, you have a instinct to go there because something's there for you. And that's maybe why I saw that fishing thing in the beginning, because like they went out there and they thought they didn't get anything, but then they found this like really exotic fish and was like, wow, it's pretty cool. So yeah, maybe you guys, you know how they say there's plenty of fishes in the sea. Well, you guys might catch a rare one, the one that you're looking for, because you realize your worth, and you just don't want to play around no more. You don't want to be flirting no more. You just want to like have a person to call your own. I also see that some of you guys like yeah, I just really see a lot of themes with Chiron in the 9th house, and Saturn and Pluto in your 6th house, and kind of Uranus in your 10th house as well. But because Chiron is healing like your beliefs and things, like deep hidden beliefs, and some of your behaviors, I think Saturn and Pluto, so this has to do with both that, and then Saturn and Pluto revealing and healing some of your day-to-day behaviors. like what you do day to day in your service to other people. But I feel like this is what's going on. Basically, you guys are just like, I'm tired of arguing with people who don't agree with me or who have a difference in opinion from me. So like maybe in the past you guys used to like straight up argue with people, like everybody has their difference of opinion, and you would be like, no, you're wrong, blah blah blah, but you realize like that's not mature, and you guys are really starting to mature in your thoughts, because I feel like you're like, I'm just not going to participate in behavior like that anymore. I feel like you guys have just had strong opinions in the past, and basically like now you just realize like people are in their situations and you never know what they're going through, and you probably are realizing that like how people come up with their philosophies, like they grew up in a different background, they basically have different subconscious beliefs when it comes down to it. Different upbringing, different thoughts. They're a different type of person. They think differently. And so now you guys are really starting to embrace the fact that people are different from you, and the reason why they're being whatever kind of way that they're being, because for some people like they're nasty, like the kind of people that they are, they were just being like rude and assholes and stuff, but you are still just like, you know what, I don't know what made you be that kind of way, maybe somebody hurt you or whatever, but like I realize that, you know, it's just some kind of issue that's within you and you're trying to take it out on me, and I'm not going to participate in that, basically. And I wish for your healing, because you guys are really, really growing when it comes to this. Like you've decided, like, I don't want to be arguing with people all the time. And I feel like you guys are just being more compassionate towards people in general, which means basically like you are being understanding of their situation. Like that means that you try to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and see what life would be like for them, you know, experience life through their eyes, not just through your eyes. Like, you know, understand why people are the way that they are. And that's great, because a lot of people need to do that in this world. I also see that some of you guys, you may have just been like stressed out lately, like, or in your head lately, because of whatever situation. There's something going on where like it's almost like a rebirth, like you're becoming a new person in a lot of different ways. And I feel like you just feel you feel insecure about it. You feel like, if I show myself how I really am, what's gonna happen, you know? But I feel like, you know, Leos usually never have well, I'm not gonna say never have a problem. Your natural energy is to be yourself and be very authentic, and just to not give a fuck about like what other people think about with you, because that's not none of your business. And it's like, you guys naturally know that you are just yourself. Leos are usually very authentic and truthful, and I feel like maybe you guys are just changing the kind of person you are, and is different from what people are used to looking at you like. Maybe because you guys have Uranus in the 10th house, because that rules your like what other people think about you, like how your self-image and your like your goals, achievements, but like where you're going towards, like your life path and your reputation. And I feel like some of you guys feel like oh, if I really show people who I really am, like it's gonna ruin my reputation. I don't know why I'm getting this, but for some of you guys, like, you are, I feel like you're, like, something to do with your sexuality, like you're coming out of the closet or something, and you're afraid of what people are going to think about you. But I feel like this is you, and you need to be you. You're afraid to be vulnerable but vulnerability is not a weakness. I used to even think it was weakness. I thought that crying was a weakness, and like, you know, I thought I'd say like I never cry in front of anybody in public because like that's just embarrassing and a weakness, but it's not at all. It's a strength. It's like you're strong enough to show yourself even when you don't feel strong, or you're strong enough to show yourself in being vulnerable. That's a strength, because a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people are always trying to like be fake, basically. Like, yeah, they're sad and they want to cry or they want to whatever, but they care too much about how people are going to look at them to do that. And it's like, you guys just need to be yourself. This has something to do with like just following your heart. Like, be spontaneous with whatever it is that you want to do, because you're just changing. And it's a strength to be vulnerable. It's a strength to show yourself at that time. Because if you can do that, you can do anything. Like, if you can show yourself at your like weakest point, or at your point where you feel the weakest, even though you're not, because it's the strongest point. But if you can expose yourself to other people and their opinions, even when you feel uncomfortable, you can get through a lot. I also feel like some of you guys are you're wanting to get some closure about something that has to deal with your family. So some of you guys, and this has been taking a while, like this has been quite a cycle in your life. You really want to know like who your family is. Some of you guys are adopted and you want to know who your family is, or you want to know who your real mother or father is, or you want to figure out more about your family. It's very important for you right now. You feel like, I really want to know about I don't have this closure within my heart. You're seeking closure. I feel like if you really do want to know, just to keep searching, because it's available. That information is going to be available to you very soon. I feel like the kind of closure that you need. And I also feel like, because you guys got something else with the family, you're learning about like your roots. You're learning about where you came from, who you come from, and just the history of you. And it's important because you should know where you want to come from. I especially feel like for some of you who are adopted or just don't know who your parents are, it's important to know who they are, to know what you come from, because you have all of that in your DNA. Like, not every single thing, but a lot of it is in your DNA. And it's tied into, like, people don't really realize how much, like, your parents and grandparents and stuff, like, that shit shows all up in your birth chart. Your parents' qualities and all types of stuff. It shows up on you physically, but it also shows up in your personality, which shows up in your birth chart. So some of you guys are learning about your people, and I feel like for some of you guys, you are, whatever the information that you get, whether it's negative or positive, or you feel like it's good or bad, it's best to know than to not know. Because I feel like it's like you've been following, you intuitively know, like, I feel like this is the person that, like, this is my father, or I feel like this is what I need to do to get in contact with somebody. And it's like, you're right. You're gonna be spot on with that. And I also feel like some of you guys, you're just learning about things that deal with your family and ancestral traits and stuff that you maybe want to heal. You want to know because you want to heal in some kind of way, shape, or form too. Like patterns and traits and stuff. I also feel like some of you guys, your ancestors, are trying to get in contact with you. I don't know in what way, but like I said, instinctively, you might know, like, people are trying to get in contact with you because they're trying to help you out and tell you something. I also see that, okay, so with, I feel like some of you guys are really just wanting to communicate your truth. What do you have, Uranus? You're wanting to communicate your truth. You're wanting to express your ideas and your thoughts and just how you feel. And I feel like you're gonna do it in a daring way, like you're gonna be bold about it. But I feel like you still need to have some regard about other people's feelings. So like, you know, I be saying like, you know, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks or blah, 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 but that's true. It doesn't really matter, but I feel like you need to respect other people's opinions because you guys, you're a fixed sign. So you could be stuck in your ways sometimes or just very like rigid with your whatever you feel like you want to be rigid about. So I feel like you guys have ideas and things that you want to communicate and you're going to do that, but you should watch the way that you say things to people. You don't have to be rude, basically. You don't have to be rude. You can state your opinion in a bold way without being rude and still respecting other people's opinions or still respecting that everybody has an opinion to give to you, okay? And not just shutting down everyone else's opinion and just being like, this is it. Like, you know, that's just like this specifically, like I'm giving you an example. If you're just like, this is your belief, all gay people are gonna go to hell, like even if that's the way that you feel for some reason, like you do have to realize that there are gay people out there and that they also have an opinion. And you can say like, oh well, because in the Bible, you know, this is what it says, so I'm just speaking on how I feel, you know, versus just saying that and being like, that's what it is, you know? Especially because I feel like some of you guys' opinions are really controversial, but that's okay. But it's also just about respecting that other people have opinions too, and that you don't even have to say things in a mean way. Like you can still say stuff with respect towards other people, basically, no matter what your beliefs are. Because, and this is why too, whatever energy you give off is the energy that you get back. So if you're going about that in this way, like people are gonna come back at you in that way. If you can express yourself and your opinions in a way that is respectful and courteous towards other people, but still be true to yourself, that is when people will respect you even if they don't agree with you. Because I feel like that's very important for you guys right now. Especially too if in your career, because you feel like you want to do things a certain way, or because like Uranus is in there and it's eccentric and it's doing things in a new innovative way or having new kinds of ideas that are outside of the box, but other people may be like, what? No, like that's not how we've been doing things. Like that's not what you doing. So it's like, you know, I respect your opinion, but I honestly feel like we can do something in a different way and still get it accomplished. And then also let people know, if you want me to be open to your opinion, then you need to be some kind of open to my opinion, you know? It's like what the energy you give off is the energy you get back. I also see that a lot of you guys have been realizing this, specifically that what you give out is what you get back. And so you're learning about manifestation, I feel like a lot of you guys are, or the law of attraction. And I feel like, or whatever you want to call it, whatever in whatever way, you're just learning about energy and how to manifest things. And so you guys, you really do have what you need to manifest what you want right now. And I feel like you guys are going to have some fun with this. It's almost like, well, when I first learned about law of attraction, I was just like, I wonder if like I can manifest this thing, like, because I was learning about energy and how it works. And then I did it and I was like, holy shit, like, I wonder what else I can do. Like, I was super excited to like create things because it was the beginning stages of it. And I was very fascinated how things were just working. And so I feel like that's how some of you feel right now. Like, you're able to manifest things and you're like, wow, like I can create anything I want to. You realize that. It's the crazy thing about it is we can always do that, but there's like things that block us from doing that, like, you know, holding on to the thing too much, or not really believing that we can have something, or, you know, all the different things that can block your manifestation. But I feel like that you guys are realizing is, and you're so like excited to manifest stuff, and I'm excited for you because I was super excited in the beginning, and I feel like, you know, I need a little bit of that energy too because it's very refreshing to feel like, you know, you're a powerful creator and you can create anything you want to because you have all these things at your disposal. It's like you have your thoughts and you have your willpower and your beliefs and you have your emotions. And for some of you, and you have like outside resources, you have stuff to make things happen. Yeah, so I just see that you guys are really excited to do that. I also see that some of you guys, again, like I was saying, that you want to communicate your ideas and your philosophies, and you want to live in your truth. Now, this is about taking action on the things that you think about, taking action on something that you believe in, something that you, taking action for a cause, basically. So I feel like you're going to need to consistently do it. You want to take fast action, which is, you know, you're a fire sign and that's kind of how you guys are. And you can take fast action, but you need to stay consistent with this fast action. So basically, like, take action and then follow through with what you're trying to get done. And this is going to require you, like I was saying, like to, like, living it. I don't know what this is that you guys are trying to do or what these things are, but like living in your truth, but it still requires you to you might have to deal with situations. I just seeing like you guys dealing with situations, like your outside environment is a little testing of you, and it's kind of like you want to get something done and you need to get something done, but like your outside environment is kind of like not on board with that. And so it's like you need to still live in your truth anyway. And it's almost like you just got to be a little bit flexible. So how can I give an example? Say if you're like working at a job and you're trying to do something a new way, but that's not really how the rules are there, or that's not how they're used to doing it. It may not even be a rule. That's just not how they're used to doing it. So you're like, all right, so we just need to do this. Like, I have an idea, like, now let's do it. But other people are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, that's not how we do things. So then you're like, okay, well, how about we try it your way and then we try it my way, because everybody should be equal in the way that, you know, we try things here. If we're able to try things your way, how come we can't try things my way? You know, it's about just being a little bit more gentle and like a little bit more, it's about your approach. It's important. Your approach is important to get done what you're trying to get done. And then like if they say no, it's kind of just like try again and again and again and again until you get to try things your way. It's kind of like having to, it's like water. I was telling you guys about water. Water is like, it's so free flowing, even through the rocks, even through like water's always flowing. It doesn't allow things to stop it or trap it. And it's like, it keeps going. And that's kind of how you guys need to be, like, to keep going, no matter what obstacles come in your way, no matter what other people's opinions are. It's like you navigate around it and you do it smoothly. You don't do it like harshly. You navigate around that stuff smoothly, gracefully. I also see that some of you guys, I see that some of you guys are, like, I think you are volunteering at a church. I did see like that image of a church and then somebody going into it. So I feel like some of you guys are actually volunteering at a church, or going to speak at a church, or doing something where you're giving back to other people. Because you are, some of you guys, yeah, because the church is opening up to, because it's cold outside, and they're going to open up the church to for homeless people to come stay. So you're going to help out with that. So that's really beautiful. I also see that, yeah, it's just like you guys are being generous with your time and your energy. Maybe it's just around this holiday time, or maybe it's just how you feel lately. Like you really just want to give back to people who are like less fortunate, or who are just like down on their luck right now. Some of you guys maybe just like straight up want to like just do like a charity event, or just give back. Like, this is natural for a Leo to be generous, because you guys have a very big heart. And I feel like you guys need to follow that. That's a part of you, and you need to express that. Because not only will it help you be yourself and express yourself, but it will also benefit other people. I also see that some of you guys, you're learning about, because, okay, so Saturn and Pluto are in your 6th house. So that is bringing to attention your day-to-day behaviors, and it's the house of service. So like, how do you serve other people? And your health. And so Saturn wants to set you up for long-term success, and wants you to be independent, wants you to be your own like person. It wants you to master something. Saturn is trying to get you to like literally master something, but Saturn brings limitations. It will slowly basically help you to progress in that area. It's like slow progress, because it's setting you up for long-term success. And Pluto is like that planet of transformation. So Pluto in your 6th house is going to want you to be free of restrictions. So it's kind of like those two things happening at the same time, but transform, like change something. So get rid of something and change it into something else. Transform your behaviors, your life, your addictions, whatever. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So now that Jupiter's in there as well, you can have some luck in that area, or some more optimism in that area. Because I feel like basically you guys are learning about your eating habits. You're learning about your health. You're learning about your addictions, what you're addicted to. You're learning about your compulsive behaviors, your negative behaviors. It's like you're aware of what has been holding you back, and you need to be grateful for that. Because I feel like some of you guys are like, oh my gosh, like you're finding all this stuff negative about yourself, but it's like, if you can't change something that you're not aware of. So it's like, now that you're aware of these things, it's going to take some discipline to get you to change it, change the behaviors, to get rid of the addictions, to whatever's been holding you back. Because I feel like even too, it's just some of you guys' beliefs, and I feel like like it's holding you, you're aware of it, so now you can change it, and you should be happy, because it's like, now that you know, you can make all the difference. Like, you found out that basically you had a belief that all women or men were all women or men ain't shit. That's your belief. So then it's like Saturn and Pluto in there, they're trying to transform that part of you, and it would bring that to light. So you'd be like, oh well, maybe all women or men like ain't shit. Like, you know, maybe ain't not shit. I don't know what the hell. You know, you would basically get a different perspective of it. Maybe you saw a relationship or saw someone else and you're just like, oh, well, maybe that's not true. But it's like, since you believe that, that's whatever you believe is what is going to happen in your reality. So I think you guys are starting to realize, like, okay, that belief is affecting my reality and affecting me, my ability to have a happy relationship. And so now I can't keep thinking that thought and having that belief. Now I'm going to have to give people the benefit of the doubt and say that, you know, some women are good or some men are good and some women and men are not so great, you know? But you should be thankful that now you're realizing what's been holding you back, basically. I also see that some of you guys, there's something that hasn't worked out for you that you maybe have been working on for quite a while, and maybe it's a work or a business venture or a project or something, and I mean it just, you're not seeing the result from it what you want to, and I feel like it's time to take a step back from it because it's not working for a reason. It's almost like if you can appreciate, once you know why something didn't work, like for real reason why something didn't work, you're like, whoa, okay, like I'm glad I didn't continue with that because I would have just wasted my time, or like that would have been fucked up, or like it would have just, something negative would have happened. So it's like, if you're being blocked in some type of way, it's for a reason, and the universe wants you to basically try to find some humor in the situation. It's like you were steady working at something, especially if it's a relationship or something or a job, because it's like you're working so hard at that job and then like they lay everybody off, or the company just goes to hell and you basically get cheated out of your money, you don't get your check or whatever. So there is a situation like this in you guys' life, and it's just like, if you can just like cut your losses now, because like you will appreciate the fact that it didn't work out, because it wasn't going to work out anyway, or something negative was going to happen. If you could just find some humor in it. That's happened to me before. The universe is going to give you reassurance. It's going to like let you know, like, it just wasn't gonna work. That's happened to me before, because basically I was at a company and then I just got there, and then I was like, I didn't really want to work there anyway, and then basically I don't even know, like a month later or sometime after that, they laid off all the new people anyway, which I would have got laid off. And I just thought it was funny, because I was like, I just left before it happened. I just made the decision, because like certain changes are just gonna happen. But I just thought it was funny, because I was like, you know, I'd rather have left myself than someone fired me and then I felt like all mad at the company because they laid me off, you know? It's just for some type of benefit. I just see that for some of you guys. I also see that yeah, there's just going to be some revelations about things, like some information is going to come to the light. You guys, yeah, some secrets, I don't, if it's either about your family, in your love life, at your job, in your career, you guys are going to learn about some secrets. And then it's up to you, because this is going to be important information, whatever these secrets are. It's up to you to use this knowledge to your advantage, to the most. I don't know what the secret is, but whatever it is that you're learning about, whatever comes to, like, whatever happens in the dark comes to the light, you guys are going to know something. I don't know what it is, but it seems like you're going to be happy about it, or it's gonna work for you, but it's something about this secret that you have to use this information wisely. You have to be responsible with what you find out, because otherwise it might backfire on you. I don't know what the situation is, but it came up right next to each other. So maybe you need to use your intuition about how you should use this. Something about like using the information in a unique way. I don't know what this is. It's like something that like what are you gonna find out? Like something about the company, or I don't know why I'm getting like a secret recipe, or like something that is actually like very fruitful information. And it's like whatever you need to like invest or do something good with this information. Use it wisely, because whatever you guys are learning, it's like it's something that can definitely benefit you and other people in the future. I also see that some of you guys have been just searching for answers. Like you've been soul searching for things because maybe things haven't been working out so well. I feel like you guys have been looking for answers and looking for your purpose, like trying to figure out what you should be doing, because like your environment has been like uncomfortable for a while, like, you know, or it's just been an uncomfortable journey to really go within yourself. Because I also do feel like some Leos don't like to be by themselves. You guys like to be around a lot of people, or around other people a lot. I noticed that. And maybe just like spending this time by yourself has been different, because you're like, it's almost like sometimes you guys use that to avoid your own inner shit, and like now you don't have a choice, or you haven't had a choice, and the environment's been uncomfortable for you, but it's also allowed you to be able to be resourceful, like not having to depend on anybody else. And I feel like whatever you guys are learning, like what your purpose is, like there's something unique about you, there's something that's different about you, and it's time for you to use it to the best of your ability and be enthusiastic about even like doing it. It's like having some peace of mind, basically, now that you guys know what it is that you've been looking for. You've been looking for something and you found it. Maybe if it's just yourself and you found you, and you found what is you should do in this world. And now it's just up to you to use what you got to get what you want, basically. I also see that some of you guys need to dance. Specifically, you need to start moving your body more, especially because you have Saturn and Pluto in that 6th house of day-to-day activities. So you need to start moving your body more. Like maybe you need to take some dance classes or something, because that's fun for you guys. You guys like to have fun, and it's basically a way that you can be yourself. It's like getting that movement within your body is going to help you a lot, not only just like physically wise, but like mentally wise. It will help you to move around, like kinetic energy, when you move your body around to get the energy to move around. Okay, so I'm about to pull some cards from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck just to wrap up the reading, because that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Yeah, these cards I just pulled just kind of bring it all together, and a lot of times it just reiterates what I said anyway, or sometimes gives new information. So spirit guides and angels, what information do you have for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising for the month of December 2019? What information do you have for the sign of Leo? Okay, here we go. So you guys got, wow, enlightenment. That is definitely the number 7. You guys need to look up what the number 7 means. That is the, oh, and this is the solar plexus chakra too. So it's the 3rd chakra, I think. Yeah, it's the 3rd chakra. It deals with intellectual, creative, precise, cooperative, reasonable, innovative, originality, wisdom, instinct. What was I talking about? Instinct. I kept saying that. You guys' instinct and intuition. So this card says, the opportunity to make an enlightened decision is inherent in Topaz. A journey of true destiny is the vibrational energy here. Regal gold and earthy brown mixed together to create something spectacular. Your experience will guide others. Okay, so I'm gonna hold this up for you guys. It says, Topaz, if I seek peace, I must embrace my fears. Topaz is a renewed spiritual teacher. People travel to hear his wisdom. He is journeying up a mountain to seek private counsel with the great servant when a young boy stops him. The boy asks, if enlightenment is to be found in my own mind, how do I get there? The moment before he disappears into the mist, Topaz replies, through your fears. At this time, your journey is more important than your destination. Remember, if you face your fear, you will grow stronger. Relief awaits. My thoughts always drive my choices. How can I use my thoughts to heal myself? Path to enlightenment, the reluctant stage, taking time alone to connect, trusting your intuition, needing solitude, time for reflection, support, courage, confidence. Yeah, I was just talking about that right before now, that you guys were needing to have some time alone, or you were spending some time alone to basically like learn about yourself, like have some peace of mind. But for some of you guys, this is about facing your fears in some kind of way, because I was saying like you guys are afraid of what people will think about you, but you gotta be yourself. You gotta have that courage, like that inner lion that you guys have, and that confidence. And you're being supported by the universe right now. But it's definitely about trusting your intuition. And definitely about watching, being disciplined about your thoughts, like what you think about yourself and your beliefs. Okay, so that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did like the video, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more content like this. And if you believe somebody can benefit from this video, go ahead and share this with somebody. I also have in the description box my email if you need a personal reading or want to get a personal reading. And I have my social media information down there, as well as a donation link if you guys want to donate anything to this channel. It would help for the benefit of this channel and for me to get these readings out quicker, efficiently, and easier. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. So I hope you guys have a happy holiday, a happy new year, and I'm sending so much love and light to you guys. And until next time, bye.